Hello everybody, welcome to the first episode of my new series, Z-Man Overstreet's Astrophotography Fridays. So, to start us off for the very first episode, today we will be going over my brand new equipment called, this right here is the Skywatcher Start Adventurer 2i Pro Pack. It's really nice. I took 3 photos of it. If you saw my trailer, then those photos were revealed, but in case you didn't see it, here's the first one. We got Andromeda Galaxy. This one was 21-minute exposures at 800 ISO. I was using my 77 to 300mm Nikon lens on my Nikon D3400. And next we have right here is the Pleiades. This one was 40-minute exposure. It was 41-minute exposure to 800 ISO, same setup. And this one right here is the Orion Nebula. This one was 30 minutes at 1-minute exposures, 800 ISO. So all similar, just different exposure times, like total data collected. So yeah, so that's what I got for my very first attempts at ever using this and very first attempt at polar aligning. So my setup for it, I used my Celestron tripod. I had that on it, I had my bar, my camera, my lens. It came out pretty well. And I think for a first attempt, pretty good. My next target that I'm going to shoot once it clears up is going to be the Horsehead Nebula. And that's something I've been wanting to capture for a really long time. It's one of my favorite nebulae in the sky. So I'm going to go for that. I'm probably going to try and get an hour and 20 minutes of data. It'll be my longest one yet. So let's hope we can do that, because that's something I've really wanted to capture for a while. It's one of my favorites. Let's actually set up. You got your mount, you got it on your tripod. What you want to do is get your dovetail plate, and you want to slide it in right here and lock it. Tighten that screw in. And the next thing you want to do is get your counterweight bar, and I'm going to unscrew the bottom because I always keep it in just so I don't lose it. But I'm going to set it up. So get this, I'm going to put it in the bottom right here. Screw this in. There we go. Nice and easy. Let's put this in there. Next thing we want to do is grab our camera. Let's put this on here. Let's push it back. I'm gonna try and line up these screws, and we're just gonna screw this in, and we can turn this little knob to do really small adjustments, and turn this clutch and do bigger adjustments, and then tighten that back up again. So if you undo it, you can clearly see it is not balanced at all. So that is where our counterweight comes in. Alright guys, so I got it balanced, perfectly balanced as all things should be. You can see any direction I move it, it's not going to move or sway. So the motor, the gears inside here will work really easy, and it's not going to be stressing out trying to move it, and my mount will track better and longer. So next thing I have things all over it because, you know, it doesn't adjust that well. So I bought this thing right here. It's a little plate. It attaches, and I can attach my red dot finder scope from my Celestron 4SE that it came with to the top of my DSLR. So like, let's say when I'm aiming, let's say that I want to find the triangular galaxy, but I know where it is from star hopping, but it's hard to move it around and try and guess. So what I do is I untighten this, I will undo this a little bit, I'll turn my scope on. What I can do is I can look through it and line it up perfectly, tighten that, screw that in, and boom, so much easier with the finder scope. So I would definitely recommend getting a plate for it or a finder scope if you don't have one already. So let's tighten our clutch back up. Put it right here. And oh yeah, another thing is this right here, your polar scope illuminator. It also comes with this little thing. A lot of people don't know what it is. You take the matching sides, you interlock them, and these little grips, you want to line it up, put it in there, and boom. Now you can look through polar line easier, just to make sure nothing got messed up while you're taking your photo. So that's how you do that. Time to go to the Milky Way setup. So let me take this off. Alright, for the Milky Way setup, you do not need your polar scope. It's less weight, and it's pretty common sense where the Milky Way is. You just take your teapot, Scorpio, constellation, whatever, Scorpios, find a middle, go up, boom, Milky Way galactic core. So, if you have this, then you should know where the Milky Way is. So we have here my small lens, 18mm to 55mm, and what I want to do is, this is the first way to set up. You want a ball head mount, which you want a really, really good one, because ball heads on 4-minute exposures, you don't want it sliding at all. So you want to take that little piece that you unscrewed from the bottom when you originally set it up and put it in the bottom of your mount. So what I can do is, I'm going to take this plate off first because it's part of my setup. What I want to do is take this and put it inside of here, and I'm going to screw it in like so. So let's get this. Right. There we go. So there we go, nice and tight right there. Perfect. Now I'm going to take my plate right here, and I'm going to put it right inside of here at the bottom, and I'm going to screw it in. While I screw it in, let's see. Make sure you get real tight. Use a screwdriver. I'm not, because it's just a demonstration. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to tighten this a little bit, just so I can find out where to put this thing. There we go. Tighten that real nice. And since this is facing the north, Milky Way the south, I need to turn this around and face it up with the Milky Way. I'm going to tighten that a lot. And there you go. I just switch on star and tracking the Milky Way. I can take probably 4-minute exposure since I'm doing really wide field. And let's say, but don't forget you also need to rebalance, because this is not balanced. There. Now we have it perfectly balanced, as all things should be. And there, perfect. So all we need to do now is take this, and we're just gonna tighten the clutch. Look right through the polar scope. Start tracking. Everything's balanced. And that's the first way. That's the long way setup. But if your camera is wide enough, you can do this the easy way. So counterweight, don't need it. Let's set this back in the box. Big lens, don't need that. We're taking Milky Way. Polar scope, don't need that. Set this back in the box. Pretty well, it's back in the box actually. Just set this in here. Oh, this whole dovetail. Oh, you know, actually take your camera off first. That's very important. So, let's take this off. There we go. I hope people watch this, because I want people to enjoy it and learn some stuff from it. I want to be a good YouTube astrophotographer, but with only 150 subscribers, that's not enough for recognition. So let's just hope I can do it. So let's put it here. Alright, so this is how you're going to want to set up your ball head the easy way. You're going to want to get your ball head adapter plate, your screw right here, and let's see. Oh yeah, I need to get my screwdriver. So, you need a fairly small screwdriver like this, and you're going to want to unscrew this, and only a little bit, and you can do the rest with your finger. It's pretty easy. And you're going to want to unscrew this bottom piece out, like so. And I'm going to take my ball head mounter adapter plate, and I'm going to screw it in the bottom, like that. And I'm going to set it in here. Good, nice and tight. I'm going to undo this. Actually, I'm going to rotate my plate around. This, see? There you go. Easy way to set it up. This mounter, using your plate, ball, camera, easy work. But the thing is that when you untighten the clutch, it's not balanced at all. So it might put quite a little bit of stress on your motors, your gears, but it shouldn't be that much since it's a lightweight camera. But if you want to take the risk of also the ball head, then go for it. So let's take this off, and that's pretty much it. Cause pretty easy setup. To disassemble, you just do everything but backwards, and yeah, that's pretty simple, not that difficult. Great product, definitely recommended buy. It has Wi-Fi, and most mostly astronomy products, Wi-Fi is just like an extra little accessory just in case. With this, really useful with Wi-Fi. So make sure you all like, subscribe, and share, and yeah, I hope you all found the video informative. So I hope you all enjoyed the first video. So goodbye.